Welcome. Today, we're going to explore some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market, specifically rare one-dime coins from the United States of America that have become major highlights in the coin collecting world. These rare treasures aren't just pieces of history. They're also among the most valuable coins collectors are actively searching for today. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is for you. Let's get started. First up, 1. In the vast realm of coin collecting. Some pieces appear ordinary to the untrained eye, but carry the weight of fortune that can shatter expectations. The 1965 U.S. dime is exactly that kind of coin. At first glance, it looks like just another pocket change relic. But beneath that modest face lies a mystery and a miracle of history, because certain 1965 dimes were struck in silver, despite that being the first year the U.S. Mint officially stopped making dimes in 90% silver. These rare errors, anomalies, or transitional pieces are now whispered about in numismatic circles like buried treasure, and if you happen to own one, you may be holding a coin worth millions, one that can elevate your destiny overnight. Picture this, a single 1965 dime, with the right weight and sheen, slipping through a crack in the system. While the mint transitioned to clad coinage made from copper and nickel, a few rogue silver planchets from 1964 may have been mistakenly used in 1965 presses. These few rare silver 1965 dimes are now unicorns in the collecting world, nearly impossible to find and unimaginably valuable. One such verified piece is sold for tens of thousands, and if your coin is of a rare variant or previously undiscovered die combination, its value could skyrocket even higher, perhaps into the millions under the right spotlight. What makes the 1965 silver dime so electrifying is not just a mistake. It's the rarity and the backstory. This isn't merely a minting error. It's a window into a turbulent time in U.S. coinage. The Coinage Act of 1965 ushered in massive changes, ending the silver standard for everyday coins and moving into cheaper alloys. Amid this chaotic shift, the silver 1965 dime was born by accident, making it a numismatic ghost that was never meant to exist. This ghost, if it's in your possession, may turn out to be your golden goose. The value of such a coin doesn't rely solely on age, but on how well it defies expectations. If your 1965 dime is heavier than average, has a different ring when dropped, or shows signs of silver content under a test, then it might be something extraordinary. It's these deviations, the quirks that break the rules, that make collectors hungry. And the hungrier collectors, the higher the bids. Museums, private investors, and elite collectors across the world would clamor for a verified silver 1965 dime. You wouldn't just be making a sale, you'd be making headlines. What elevates this coin to a potential seven-figure artifact is not only its physical rarity, but also its narrative value. People don't just buy rare coins, they buy the story behind them. And what better story than a forbidden dime from a historical turning point, accidentally born amidst monetary revolution? It's a coin that challenges history and dares to exist. That tale, when told right, can transform it into one of the most sought-after collectibles in modern coinage. Think about the possibilities. One day, you're holding this coin in a quiet room, unaware of its power. The next, you're sitting at a televised auction, watching the price climb with every shout, every raised paddle. When the final gavel falls, you're not just richer, you're reborn. Your home, your career, your family's future, all changed by one humble dime that the world overlooked. That is the magic that a 1965 silver dime holds. But beware, this coin has fooled many. Clad dimes are abundant, and only a few silver strikes have surfaced. Before selling or trading your coin, it's crucial to have it authenticated by experts like PCGS or NGC. If it turns out to be genuine and unique, you may have in your possession one of the rarest treasures to ever emerge from American coinage. Guard it well, for this is not just a coin. It is a miracle in metal, a time capsule chaos turned into fortune. So if that seemingly simple 1965 dime is sitting quietly in your drawer, don't ignore it. Examine it, weigh it, protect it, because that little coin, when placed in the right spotlight, could become a legend, and you, the lucky soul who found it, could wake up tomorrow not just wealthy, but part of numismatic history. The 1995 United States dime may appear like nothing more than a common, unremarkable piece of currency, tossed into change jars, slid into vending machines, and forgotten in couch cushions. It's a coin that most people wouldn't look twice at. But imagine if I told you that there exists a version of this coin, an ultra-rare mint-era marvel, that collectors are willing to pay millions of dollars for. Yes, this simple dime, often overlooked and underestimated, could secretly hold the power to turn an average day into an extraordinary one. If you had one of these prized 1995 dimes, you might be holding your very own golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. What sets this coin apart isn't just its age or circulation. It's the rare and unpredictable minting errors that have transformed a few specimens into legendary collectibles. Some 1995 dimes were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet, creating a mismatch of design and material that is now considered priceless. Others carry bizarre doubling errors, off-center strikes, or even missing elements that make them stand out like hidden jewels. These quirks, while subtle, are worth their weight in gold, sometimes quite literally. When the right collector catches wind of such an anomaly, the bidding can start at thousands and quickly rise into the millions. These errors are not widely known, which is what makes the story so thrilling. Most people who possess them don't even realize what they have. The coin might look completely ordinary unless viewed under a magnifying glass by a trained eye. Yet to the numismatic world, where rarity, imperfection, and history intersect, it's a masterpiece. It's the kind of coin that gets locked in display cases, not pockets. The kind of coin that could rewrite your life story, if only you discover it in time and treat it with the reverence it deserves. Imagine the feeling of discovering that your pocket change holds a key to another life, one of financial freedom, luxury, and legacy. That's the magic of the rare 1995 dime. This isn't just about money. It's about a narrative shift. 1 minute, you're counting coins to buy a coffee, and the next, you're fielding calls from international collectors and auction houses eager to pay fortunes for a coin you nearly spent on a parking meter. The power of this transformation is electrifying, and the best part is, it's entirely real for a lucky few. What's astonishing is how something so small can carry such immense value. A dime, only 17.91 millimeters in diameter, yet worth millions? That's the paradox that makes it so gripping. It challenges everything we believe about value, worth, and appearances. This coin defies logic in the most wonderful way. It proves that treasure doesn't always glitter. Sometimes, it jingles in your change pouch. If your 1995 dime has a story to tell, a blemish, a flaw, a mystery, it might just be the one that can make headlines and change lives. But this kind of fortune comes with responsibility. Mishandling the coin, attempting to clean it, or not getting it authenticated could lead to heartbreak. A rare coin's value is tied to its condition and legitimacy. So if you believe your 1995 dime could be special, protect it fiercely. Seek a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC to examine and encapsulate it. Once authenticated, you'll hold in your hands not just a piece of metal, but a verified artifact of monetary history, ready to command the kind of attention and wealth reserved for the rarest of rare finds. There is something undeniably thrilling about the idea that a simple error, a momentary slip at the U.S. Mint, could be the root of untold riches. That one flawed press in 1995 might have set the stage for you, years later, to become an overnight millionaire. It's poetic, it's surreal, and it's absolutely possible. Coins like this have sold before for extraordinary sums, and they'll do so again. The market is hungry for unique stories wrapped in historical metal, and the 1995 dime, when it tells the right story, sings like no other. So before you dismiss your pocket change, before you pass that small silver coin to the cashier, take a closer look. The 1995 U.S. dime could be the most overlooked treasure of modern times. Its secret is not just in its rarity, but in the world-shifting potential it holds. One coin, one error, one discovery. That's all it takes to go from unnoticed to unforgettable. And if fate has placed that coin in your hands, then your fortune is already whispering your name. The 1982, the United States one dime, may appear small and ordinary to the untrained eye, But beneath its modest surface lies a legend that has captured the imaginations of serious collectors and dreamers alike. This coin, minted in Denver in a year of subtle but significant changes, hides among millions of others. Yet select few bear the hallmarks of error and rarity so profound that they have commanded attention, fascination, and even potential of million-dollar bids. For those lucky enough to find one, it is not just currency. It's a key to another life, a silent ticket to unimaginable fortune. During 1982, the U.S. Mint was undergoing transition. Some dimes were struck on copper-nickel-clad planchets, while others carried unique variations in design and composition. This era saw inconsistencies that would later fuel the dreams of collectors. One of the most valuable finds is the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime struck without the mint mark, a rarity caused by a minting oversight that slipped through quality control. This missing mark turns an otherwise common coin into a coveted gem, a piece that might be worth hundreds of thousands, even millions, to the right buyer. But beyond mint marks and metal, the 1982 D-dime has also been linked to off-center strikes, double dies, and other bizarre anomalies that fuel its mystique. These era coins, unlike anything else, carry stories of chance and mishap. Each one is a frozen moment of minting imperfection, never meant to leave the factory floor. And yet they did, slipped into circulation by fate's own hand. These rare anomalies can command astronomical prices at auction, turning what once bought a soda into the kind of wealth that writes headlines and changes destinies. Now imagine, if you will, the moment of realization. You're holding a coin you've carried for years, only discover it's a rare 1982, D without a mint mark, or one with a doubling error, so clear it seems almost surreal. Your hands tremble, your heart pounds. You're no longer just holding a dime. You're holding history, power, and promise. This is the kind of discovery that doesn't just make you wealthy. It gives you a story worth telling for generations. A story of luck, timing, and incredible value of paying attention to the small things. These dimes don't announce their worth with sparkle or shine. They demand scrutiny, patience, and the knowledge that something extraordinary might look very ordinary at first glance. That's the magic of coins like the 1982 D-dime. Their value is camouflaged in simplicity, waiting for someone bold enough to uncover the truth. The idea that a coin like this could be lying in a change jar, forgotten in a drawer, or wedged between couch cushions only adds to the mythos. It's a modern-day treasure hunt in the least expected places. And for the fortunate few who uncover one of these rare dimes, a decision must be made. Do you hold on to it, keep it as a powerful symbol of fate and fortune? Or do you bring it to market, where collectors, investors, and museums might battle for the right to own this legendary artifact? Either way, the trajectory of your life shifts. This isn't just about money. It's about transformation, about how something so small can rewrite your future with one auction, one appraisal, one moment of revelation. It's also a reminder that history and value often hide in plain sight. Coins like the 1982 D-dime teach us that not everything worth millions comes wrapped in gold or framed in velvet. Sometimes it's the modest, mass-produced items, the ones no one pays attention to, that end up carrying the most astonishing stories. And in a world where the extraordinary is often buried beneath the ordinary, this coin is a beacon. It proves that wealth can take the shape of a simple circle of metal, carrying echoes of mistake that turned into a masterpiece. So don't underestimate your pocket change. That unassuming 1982 D-dime might be the most important object you've ever held. It could be the symbol of life's grandest irony, that the smallest, most overlooked things often hold the greatest value. If you are one of the chosen few to possess this treasure, know this. Your fortune is real, your story is rare, and your future may have just turned a priceless page.